Green flag in the air. And
Well,
Soap doesn't go.
White Flamingos, rah. Didn't really
He's
get
in
time.
last. And
34
Soap is
still.
still not going.
There you go.
Alright, well, that was a fine start.
First.
Stir using the high lane up there. Joe's going to take the lead out of 2. Oh, Soap goes now. Alright.
Yeah, I do what he should. He just
Joe versus Stir.
see him 1, 2, 3. Don't mess this up. Keep it clean. You know your place.
It's 3 wide for Commander Motorsports.
Stir, you got a lot to prove today. Commander, honestly.
White Flamingos.
Honestly, if Stir beats Joe, we're gonna have a lot to talk about this week. Oh, Tooth almost around in the back. Saves it though. Good to see Squirrel back racing. That's always good. Fun. He's really fighting hard with that 14 car now. They're 4 wide.
Oh, contact. CM starting to pull a little bit here. Now they're 1, 2, 3, 4.
And then Blitz, you know.
Stir still leading this race, but getting pressure from Joe on top.
Tooth running that outside line. They're
Is
4
there
wide.
4 wide behind?
Need to learn how to back out.
Oh.
Gosh, Blitz almost around in the back. He saves it, keeps it off. Oh, I'm good. But
Div using the bottom.
Fear starting to charge up with these 4 CM cars. It's 4 CM cars versus that 1 4 car. This is about to be a big battle. Tooth into his teammate. No love lost there. But Tooth really fast, wrapping around.
Fear gets around Div. Div does a little... No, he doesn't get anything.
Tooth and Fear are passing these guys very quickly.
Div falls back to 5th. He was 3rd at one point, and then
Here comes Tooth, big run, the outside.
Fear.
Not getting anything out of it. Fear.
Oh, contact.
Div saves it. Oh my gosh, Div's not gonna be happy about that one.
I wouldn't either, but here comes Tooth now, trying to knock on Joe's back bumper there as Stir clears Tooth. Fear.
Here comes Fear looking to the inside of Tooth. Not gonna get there, but into the corner he's gonna.
They all send it. Stir's not gonna be clear. Joe now using the top gets clear. Tooth on the bottom.
He's gonna get past Stir for P2. No, Stir gets that outside run. He's gonna stay right beside him.
Oh, and there's contact between Hickory and Dale in the back. Nearly into the pit wall. Hickory up into encoded.
Squirrel, though. Squirrel battling with these guys. All the way in last. It has been a while since Squirrel raced. On, you know, competitively with these guys.
No, Tubeless. There's 12. It's just White Flamingos left, and Soap didn't go.
Who left?
Yeah, you left, like, the track and then just for a whole lap. I don't know why. So now we're starting to get a little spread. Joe pulling a little bit. Oh, and there's contact between Div and Fear. Blix now. Blix and Div starting to come up a little bit here. Fear.
Starting to fade in the back. Not really being able to keep.
Oh, contact.
Contact.
More of. Oh, Stir.
Stir, you gotta get out of that grass. It's dangerous down there. We're the lead though. Things are starting to spice up. Tooth is gaining on Joe. But so is Stir. They're 3 wide. Watch out. Give plenty of room, you guys.
If you guys are muted.
No, they're in PC. They're in their own.
No, Hickory and Fear. They're just muted in radio, so I'm moving them here. And Dale was by himself. Okay, Hickory and Fear, I don't know why you guys are muted in a radio. That's kind of a Yeah. You can't focus?
And to the inside, Tooth almost got there on Joe.
So we single file out here.
Joe's really enjoying that top line.
Yeah.
I think his car's
Tooth.
really comfortable up there.
Trying everything. Tooth and Fear. Trying everything to use the bottom now. As Tooth
Contact.
gets below, but Joe with the run.
Save it. Good on good. Things are pretty single filed out, except for second. Battle for second starting to get a little more.
Oh.
Technically, the whole top three is battling for the lead at this point.
Okay.
Rated within like, a couple tenths. 3-4 tenths.
Fear goes below Tooth. Tooth holding the middle. He's gonna try.
Him and his teammate Joe. Joe's gonna.
Oh, and Div's around.
More contact. Dale's around.
Oh.
Around. 2-car pile up. We keep it green though.
That's wild.
As Stir is starting to fall back now, down into E6. Not really good for him, but him being a D2 driver, not really that hard.
Tooth is gonna clear Joe. Joe to the back bumper. Tooth slides.
Tooth in the wall. Contact. Blocking like crazy.
Tooth's gonna lead this lap. But here comes Joe.
Joe's gonna get back to the lead, but Tooth's gonna have that outside line.
Using that bottom now is Joe, as Encoded's merging. I don't know where Dale is.
And
Joe takes back the lead.
Corner. He's gonna get to Joe's outside. So the battle for the lead is really heated up right now. But lurking behind them is Fear within car links, ready to pounce on.
Here comes Tooth.
More contact. These teammates are pushing hard. If I was commander right now, I would not be happy.
As White Flamingos might just leave, you know?
Where
He
is
gives up on this track.
It's not even racing.
He is racing. Just
Where?
15 seconds behind.
Where?
I don't know. Oh, he's gone. Yeah, he's fully gone. Oh well. Flamingos doesn't get any points here. Commander, I told you we won't have a pack race. Did you just screenshot?
What? No. I'm just talking to my friends. You know? Don't worry about it. Haley Deacon beats. Anyways. Joe has pulled out on Tooth. Tooth started to use that high line. So the whole pack's really caught Tooth. Tooth not as fast as I thought he would.
Joe pulled Tooth a little bit. He pulled 7/10 on Tooth. Yeah, Tooth may not be good as Joe on these tires.
Joe is tapping those, but yeah, I think everybody's tires pretty much going off at this point. You can really see everybody being affected by it.
Remember, the tap limit still exists.
Watching Div battle Hickory. Hickory, his first ever D1 race. Not doing too crazy. Back here in the bottom 5. But he is fighting a past D2 winner. Does Hickory have it? Yeah. I was about to ask if Hickory had it.
20, 21 to 26 is when the when we might see the first pit stops. So some people might extend it. Fear.
I wouldn't be surprised if we saw some earlier pitters. You know,
We might.
In D2, it really worked with us pitting early. We gained a bunch of time on those guys that pitted like a lap or two after us. So I would not be surprised if we see him potentially pulling the same strat again.
Fear gets past. Oh, and there's contact. Victory around.
Victory!
And Squirrel saves him. Why? Oh, Squirrel is pitting. Squirrel's pitting. Lap 17.
And Div kills Squirrel almost. Never mind.
There's a 4-car bunch here behind Joe. Joe still pulling.
And
We take a look at Squirrel now in pits. You watch him?
I'll watch Squirrel, yeah. You can watch the battle.
As
Squirrel getting into
Stir, Tooth, Fear,
Squirrel
and Blix.
is in, so there will not be a drive-through penalty for Squirrel. Where will he get out? Will he get? He's gotta hope he gets out before that 42 car. I think he will. Joe coming out of the front straightaway now across the start-finish line.
Squirrel will not get lapped.
Nope, he's gonna stay out there, and he's gonna have fresher tires, so
He's gonna be pulling.
He pulls a lot of time.
Is Joe still using the high lane?
So Joe's still really comfortable with his car up on that high side, especially with worn tires. We didn't think we'd see this because in D2, bottom really came the fastest line when you really got on those older tires. But Joe, it is. I can tell he's really tight, especially using it.
Yeah, all of these drivers really tight, but they'll pit.
Stir's gonna start pitting this lap.
Stir pitting this lap.
I would not be surprised if we saw all the D2 guys. Or not D2
Tooth
guys.
barely clears Fear, but Fear with a run. He's
Contact
gonna.
in the back. Div encoded. Not encoded. Is that encoded? Yes.
Yeah, that is encoded. That's wild.
And Joe's pitting. Stir's pitting. Div's pitting. Tooth is pitting. All the CM guys.
All of them coming in, and Soap.
And Soap. So I'll watch pit guys. I'll watch the guys that are pitting.
Oh, contact between Blix and Fear.
Joe, no!
Joe chokes his stop.
Div?
So does
I
Tooth.
don't know, you have to ask Div about that. Everybody else, look at Div. Is Div good?
I didn't see it. But as these guys coming out, Squirrel gonna have the lead now.
So Joe chokes his pit
So everyone
stop.
else coming in except for Dale. Dale was, yeah, oh well. Everyone else coming in.
Stir's gonna have to chain. He's gonna have to charge after that 68 car. He's had a bunch of laps on these fresher tires. Really was able to pull out a good gap. But Stir's now gonna have the fresher tires. Really gonna be able to gain on him.
Yeah, Stir and Squirrel now, as we see a very spread field.
Joe's gonna battle Soap for that 4th position.
Splix was the only CM car that didn't come down with him, but he's gonna come out ahead of him.
Blix is gonna come out again ahead of Div, too.
CM cars maybe had a little issues there.
I think there was a bunch of like misfortunes on pit road.
Yeah.
They all waited till the last stalls, and I feel like they should have spread out a little more. But too late now for them. But the battle for the lead, Stir.
Squirrel is leading.
I don't know if Stir's really catching.
He might be able to catch a little bit here.
I don't know if he'll catch in 3 laps though, so Squirrel might be able to cruise to an easy stage 1 victory after fuel strategy. There is no stage C, so remember
What?
Right?
What are you talking about?
There's no stage C, right?
Yes, there's never been a stage C.
Then why'd you correct me?
I asked you what?
I mean,
Stir gained 0.012 seconds on that lap. It's 2 to go for stage 1. Squirrel, my pick to win. May he be on the better strategy here.
I don't know if it's a better strategy, but we'll have to see how it plays in the long run.
As they're ahead 4 seconds, Joe is catching Soap very rapidly here on the backstretch.
They've been battling for the past few laps.
As I think Joe might make the pass here shortly, as he's going to use the high lane.
He's going to have to hope he does.
Here he comes, right on the back bumper. Big run.
White flag stage number 1. Joe to the inside of Soap for 3rd.
Joe's going to make the pass for 3rd.
Scale it off in a 1 and 2. He's going to get clear of Soap. Soap really nothing to charge back at him in. So Tooth is going to be a big...
What happened to Tooth?
Out on Tooth had a bad pit stop.
That's wild. Me personally, I would have a normal pit stop. As Squirrel is going to win stage 1. Stir's catching a little bit here. He caught 4/10, almost half a second. It might be from the draft.
Really figured out a good line. He wasn't really that quick.
As Hickory's going to get his first points in D1 history here in stage 1.
It's only 1 point though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, but it's still... It's still a point, all right? He's still on the board. He's already beating
He already has
Slide Job.
They did last season.
Soap is coming back at Joe here as Hickory, Fear, Blix are starting catching Joe and Soap, but they're not catching the top 2, so the top 2 might be fine for here.
Stir now within a second of Squirrel. Squirrel's gotta be sweating like crazy now. Strategy did work out though. If he's trying to get points, that might have been the best thing for him. Will he try to recreate that stage 2 or will he go for the long run? Try to win the race, more points.
So we see Hickory and Fear. Oh, Fear's not clear.
Stir gained 3/10 that lap. So Stir has got a line figured out. Squirrel. What will he do? Who has the goated steering wheel? Is that Fear or Tooth?
Tooth.
He doesn't have it anymore.
That's because he changed cars. As here comes Stir on the leader. Squirrel pit 4 or 5 laps earlier than these guys.
He's gonna be within 4/10. Nope, almost.
As these guys, Soap and Joe, are slowly catching. They've caught in half a second within the next last 4 or 5 laps here. Tooth caught a little bit here. Dale's fallen back, I think. Here comes Stir on Squirrel. Stir driving the AJ Allmendinger's Best Buy 43 car that Commander ran last week.
I said he had a lot to prove, and I wasn't joking. Stir is showing why he can actually contend in D1. Right now, looking around the outside of that 68 car Squirrel, he's gonna get there.
He has the run.
Outside,
He's
will
gonna.
he
Oh,
clear
Squirrel
out
lifts. I'm
the
pretty sure
there?
Squirrel lifted there. I'm pretty sure Squirrel lifted to get in the draft.
Squirrel's not gonna fight him. Stir to the lead on lap 30.
As for battle for P3 is still going down with Joe versus Soap, but they are slowly catching the leaders. They caught 3/10 that lap, even though they are side by side. But
Dale's really struggling right now in the
yeah,
back.
Dale was caught up in that wreck, and then yeah, hasn't recovered since. He's hoping for a caution as he lost 2 seconds that lap. I don't know what his issue is. 2 seconds in the past like 3 laps. Maybe he.
I don't think Tooth has been gaining any time. I think he's stuck.
I don't know. Maybe Dale didn't get full tires. Maybe he only got 2 or no tires. He has 10% tires.
Oh,
That is why.
Dale. I'm watching Dale.
He did not get any tires that pit stop.
He stays out. No way he stays out.
Dale, that's why he's losing 2 seconds a lap. Because he didn't take tires. He's still on tires from lap 0.
You're about to DNF.
If he pops a tire, that's game over for Squirrel's teammate.
Oh my gosh.
Soap. Okay, Soap. Not clear and gets punished. So I'm not penalizing that because Soap's now down and last.
If Dale stays out, he's done.
Soap
No,
goes from
Dale's pitting.
second
Dale's pitting. He
to
better take the
ninth.
first. No way, Dale didn't speed. Dale sped.
No, he
For
didn't.
sure. He didn't?
No.
No way. Dale, get into a stall, bro. What are you doing?
Dale making his second pit stop of the day. Hopefully he puts 4 tires on that Bud Light car. As he will be the first driver lapped. As Squirrel is losing time from Stir.
Not as much, though, as I thought he would.
Tooth is gaining the entire pack. He was 9 seconds when we first pitted, and now he gained a second and nearly a second and a half. And I'm pretty sure Stir and Tooth has older tires than Stir, I think. But there's also the draft. Tooth looking to be in the draft of that backpack.
Hickory and Fear teammates.
As Dale out of pits.
Is Soap on PM?
Soap is indeed on PM.
There's 3 PM cars here. I guess they have an affiliate with Encoded.
That does not exist. Just like Squirrel Racing and...
Well, you know, like Ford manufactured, like affiliated.
Okay, oh well. Add damage next season? That's gonna cause too much lag.
Bro, if we add damage next season, that's all everybody's gonna want to do. Oh, Fear flips!
Did he get shoved?
No, he did that himself. He flips down the front stretch over the Autoclub logo. Just let him merge.
As I was watching Fear, but I was not paying attention to Fear.
Can we talk about how much Soap has lost?
Soap has lost. Well, he was up there with Joe, as Joe's getting passed by Hickory and Div right now.
And Stir now has a second lead over Squirrel with another second to Hickory and Joe. Div behind him. So, but the first person I'm expecting to pit is that 68 car, and looks like he is this time. No, he's not. No, he's really slow off. Very good. But when do you think you'll see these guys start pitting?
Lap 40-ish. So coming up soon.
I'm watching that 68 car. No, he's the first one to pit last time, so he's got to be one of the first to pit this time.
And Squirrel is losing lots of time here.
Yep. He's pitting. Squirrel is pitting.
Alright, well, Squirrel, I'm sure, yeah, he's losing. He just lost so much time.
He's pitting. He's pitting. He's pitting. Don't speed. Make sure you're below 60. Squirrel's gonna get on the pit road perfectly fine. I'm watching him, so you can watch the pack.
As Stir slowly losing time to Hickory and Joe here.
And he's in his box. All good. So it's CM, PM, CM, CM.
It's a lot of M's there.
That's a lot of him.
So after the pit cycle, I think Squirrel's gonna win stage 2 here. As we see Stir pitting and Tooth pitting. Tooth pitting this lap. So he does not speed. Good boy. Stir is your current leader.
Tooth's gotta hope that he doesn't get lapped. He's gotta gain a bunch of time. I think he'll get lapped. I think he'll get stuck in traffic. This is probably not a good call by Tooth, but...
He was 7 seconds back.
Oh, he misses a stall. He's in.
Sphere. Oh, Joe stirs. Div's gonna miss pit road.
No, Div.
Div misses
No.
pit road.
Yeah. Yeah.
As Stir with a super slow stop.
Oh, he's gonna lose a bunch of time to Squirrel from that.
As Tooth now comes back into the pack with Fear.
Joe's in his stall. Almost missed it.
Div gonna lose so much time here.
And here comes Tooth on fresh tires, fighting Fear and Blix.
We're gonna see Tooth slice and dice through the pack. Div is not pitting.
And he almost turns himself on to...
Div is not pitting.
How much time is he gonna gain?
Tooth using that bottom. Will he just clear? He does clear encoded here. Maybe no.
Has Stir pitted?
He does pit. Stir has indeed pit.
I'm surprised on...
As Squirrel is ahead of Stir.
He's not that far ahead of Stir.
Hickory now getting passed by Tooth and encoded. Hickory is pitting. So is Fear. We see that. Oh, Fear nearly misses the pit wall there.
I'll watch PM.
As encoded leads a lap. It's him, Blix, and Div still are the only ones out that did not pit.
Or you better pick a stall. For Hickory, oh my gosh. Took Hickory forever to like click it.
When are we gonna see encoded and Blix and Div come in? Div lost so much time by missing pit road there, and he just decided to run it out. They're still going. As Blix now making a move on encoded for the lead. This is a battle for the lead.
How close is Squirrel to these guys? Is he still pit stop behind? Or
Squirrel is a second ahead of Stir, but encoded might be looking for the stage win here. Does he have hope that he can make it?
Blix is past encoded. Blix is indeed past encoded. So encoded's in, and Div and encoded are bringing it in.
Blix staying out.
Is Blix gonna try to push this to the end?
He is running his tires until they pop.
And encoded in his box.
Here comes Div down pit road. I think he lost so much time as Blix is coming in this lap. That will put Squirrel into the lead. And Div chokes his stuff.
He's
Squirrel is in the lead now.
So, Squirrel to the lead.
Encoded coming out behind Tooth, and Div coming out even further behind. Squirrel trying to not let Stir have any of the draft. But Squirrel was my pick to win. And what's he gonna do?
He's gonna win.
He's gonna sweep these stages. But will the fuel strategy work in his favor for the last half of this race?
I don't know. I think he'll cut it just a little too close. I think Stir will be in there within the closing laps.
But then again, there is Joe, and there is a possibility of a caution.
Yep, I was just about to say that.
As we are very spread here, but still, possibilities. Someone can blow a tire, smash it into the wall, and come back into another car.
Chevrolet right now, the fastest manufacturer of the weekend.
We have Chevy 1, 2, 3, 4. Ford is 4, 5, 6. And then we have another Chevy and then another Ford, I think.
It was a Chevy versus Ford battle in D2.
As currently there are no Toyotas present. This is probably the first race in D1 history where no Toyotas are present because Milky Way is just goated like that. And now they're gone.
I was the best Milky Way driver. D2 and D2 and D2. My bad.
As Stir trying to catch like he did before. Still in the same, I think, yeah, Stir caught 3/10 that lap. So Squirrel has to hold off. Squirrel has to hold off for 3 laps, and then he gets 14 points.
And don't forget about Joe. Joe's closing into this battle between Stir and Squirrel.
Yeah.
I have been watching him these past couple laps. He
Squirrel
is
gonna go
fast.
all the way to the bottom. Try and not let Stir get any of the draft.
Coming to 2 to go in stage number 2. Joe's got to be one of the fastest cars on racetrack right now.
Joe and Stir are probably the fastest cars as there's 2 to go for stage.
What is Stir gonna do? Is he gonna try and limit the amount of points Squirrel gets and try to help out his team and the constructors? Or will he just try and limp it to second in the stage? Still a really impressive showing from the D2 guys.
Stir so far has been gaining 3/10 a lap. But Joe is not too far behind Stir as he makes huge.
Stir goes to the high side. I'm really surprised about that. Stir's
Joe
car
made a
doesn't
lot
look
there.
like-
White flag for stage 2.
What is Stir gonna do?
Stir loses time, but Joe gains 2/10.
Yeah, I saw Stir go to the high side, and I knew that's not.
Stir is not comfortable in the high side whatsoever. So it was a surprise seeing him up there.
It would have been better for him to try that through the long run, but I don't think it's better to try to stick with the draft. Through 3 and 4. Final time, stage 2. Squirrel backs off a lot. Stir gains a lot of time, but it's not going to be enough.
As Squirrel will win stage 2 and sweep the stages.
Three and 4. Stir, oh my gosh, gains a lot.
Stir
of
gains
time.
a lot
Does
that
really
lap.
Lose it on exit. Stays off the wall though. Squirrel hit the wall.
So far there has been no cautions, but Stir really close
Yo.
now.
Yo, just sitting back. Stir goes the high side again. I'm really surprised about that. I really don't think that's where his car's the fastest.
As I'm pretty sure he lost, he might lose a little bit of time as he gained from the backstretch. Hickory, I don't think that's the track, buddy. As Encoded versus Tooth here.
Joe just being quiet back here behind these guys.
Div is 14 seconds back with Blix. That's wild. That's what happens when you go 5 extra laps. You go 14 seconds back. Me personally.
A lot of CM is praying for that caution right now. would
But
help
then
him
again,
out a
2
lot.
CM cars are in the top 3. So half of CM is in the top 3, and the other half are 13 seconds back.
Yep.
So we may
That's-
see
that's
very
proper
split
strategy.
strategies, but will it work in the long run? Div and Blix have to somehow gain 13 seconds.
And Stir to the outside of Squirrel for the lead. Will he get there?
He's going to have the run on Squirrel. Squirrel gives him space.
He tried to cover him off though. And here comes Joe sneaking into the picture slowly. Man, that 42's fast, right behind
The 42
43.
and the 43. And we might go 3 wide for the
Oh,
lead.
baby. And the 4 and the 34 are right there behind him.
And Squirrel falls back to 3rd.
I don't know.
Will he hold position from Fear? No, he doesn't. Fear goes right by Squirrel. Squirrel struggling on old tires.
Will we start to see that with Stir, though?
And Fear goes past Joe. What a move from Fear. And Hickory is indeed catching. And Squirrel's going to go back down to 5th. This
Yeah,
is
but-
not what, like, Squirrel is on a different strategy than everyone else here. But it won him 2 stages.
What's it smarter for him to let those guys by? See if he can just ride it out in the back. As Fear gives the bumper to Stir. This has got to be Stir's worst.
Fear
nightmare. It's Fear.
Getting pressure, or Stir getting pressure from Fear. As Fear
And
won
here
this race
comes-
2 years ago. Well,
here
technically
comes
1 year ago,
Joe
but oh
to
well.
the back bumper of the 4 car.
As here comes Fear to the bottom.
And Stir to the high side again.
Joe's
Stir
gonna go even higher. Here comes Joe.
3 wide.
3 wide for the lead. Fear's gonna drop back. Stir
Stir's
actually
gonna
drops
drop
back.
out of it.
Joe to the lead now.
That's a D1 move by a D2 driver. Really smart of him to back out of that situation.
As Fear now gonna try and hold off Joe.
Oh,
Joe goes
crossover.
to a crossover. Joe's gonna lead this race.
It's CM versus PM. CM on the inside, PM on the outside. Now Joe's gonna jump up the high side, where his car's been the fastest.
Fear to the back bumper of Joe.
Big bump.
Fear wants this lead back. But that move from Joe was very crazy, you know?
I'm surprised how dicey these guys are getting in front. We're not even. We're only. Still.
Blix, that's one car.
Still got 30, 40 laps to go in this race. 30 laps. Duke, though, is within a tenth of encoded. Duke's now going to get around encoded on the outside. Encoded battling back just for the 7th place position.
And like, no. What?
I'm gonna go listen to the CM radio real quick.
Okay. As we have pitters. Alright, and lap 69 is coming up in 10 laps. And Fear dies, or Hickory dies. Hickory has committed the death. He gets it going safely. No, you didn't. I was watching Hickory. You can't what? Stir in the pits right now. Okay, don't kill anyone. Squirrel is now pitting. We may see these guys trying to extend it to 70. Or not. As Soap is now in. He doesn't speed. What? Blix is now in too.
Aggressive.
And Blix is not in a stall.
Blix has got to go. Blix has to go.
Blix is still not in a stall.
He said he had to go.
Okay, well, that's kind of a skill issue.
How's that a skill issue? He had to go.
What? I need a C? What for? You're doing just fine.
He hit a CC wall.
Okay, then charge it. You can always bring it into the pits.
Geo.
What?
Hickory hit a CC wall.
That's not my problem. Yeah.
You didn't see that?
No.
How'd you not see that, bro? It's obvious.
Why would I pay attention to someone who's 15 seconds back?
Also, Joe and...
You were one. And then your controller died, which is not my fault. Same thing with Golden. Golden's controller died 2 seasons ago. He got put to the back for killing the entire field. You guys should be
Stir and
prepared.
Joe.
Tooth with a massive send on Fear.
Tooth?
Yup.
Tootie? Oh, Joe almost flipped.
Okay, then rejoin.
Encoded merges out. It's gonna merge out right behind. So, never mind. Side by side. Contact between those two.
As our leader, Fear, as not pitted, so right now, Joe ahead of Stir, ahead of Squirrel. So Squirrel's strategy may not have seemed to work, but Fear may be pitting this lap.
Yep, he's pitting. So Fear into the box. Down.
Fear into pits. And our leader is Joe, Stir, Squirrel. And then Tooth, I'm pretty sure.
And Fear into his bot. Yep.
Oh, Div is technically leader right now with Dale behind him. Div might try. He might try something right here. Div might pull off an epic strategy. If he makes it to lap 70. Or he might be able to stretch it. Hickory still doing things. I don't think Hickory pit, but oh well. Let's go with Squirrel, or Squirrel.
Hickory's gonna be a lap down. I'm calling it right now.
Div is the only one out on right now. Only one who was in pit with Dale.
I don't know why he would stay out this. Never mind. Div is in.
Here he is. He doesn't speed. Dale stays out. He's gonna unlap himself.
Into his pit box. He misses it. Never mind. Div really struggles on pit road. I figured that out. But that is gonna inherit Joe with the lead over his teammate Stir, and then sitting in P4, it is Squirrel battling Fear for third place. As now Dale into pit road, doesn't overshoot.
So here comes Joe and Stir now. Joe leading this race. Will Joe revenge what happened in D2 and win D1?
Don't make a stupid call here, buddy. Bring it home. As a party it would be if CM won both D2 races.
Div 17 seconds back. Will these guys have to pit again? Because Div, I'm pretty sure Div can make it all the way. But I don't know about everyone else.
Is Div last?
Nope, he's ahead of Hickory, who's merging right now, and Dale.
Yeah, Dale. I've been watching this battle between. I've been watching first and second lately, and I've watched Stir really jump to the outside line, testing out some things, really trying to figure out where his car's the best. But I just don't know if he can get the outside going as good as teammate Joe can. Joe's just really got that line figured out.
As Dale is in the top 10 because Blix and White Flamingos had to go. But Joe is going to lead lap 69.
He's gonna get that bonus point.
He's going to get that bonus point that we all need.
Yep.
It's encoded now. Top 5 with Fear.
Yeah. CM has sweeped both lap 69 points.
But does that mean CM will sweep both races? Or will
Right
Div?
now, the chance is really high.
20 to go
We
here.
got-
Coming to 19 to go.
We got the top two, CM, and then we got Div all the way in last. But we think he probably can make it on fuel. So it's just whether or not he can make it on tires. But if he can make it on fuel, he can probably make it on tires.
Top two pulled a little bit from the rest of the field here, but everyone's still
Yeah.
spread.
They are the fastest on the racetrack right now.
They are indeed. Is everyone running the high lane a little bit here? Squirrel, we haven't seen him up in the high lane.
How does Div
Much.
have the fastest lap, bro? How y'all let that happen? That's crazy.
If you purposely cause a C, I will penalize you harsher. Haha.
As Tooth has caught
Stir is catching Joe a little bit here. Half a tenth a lap, but that's still gonna be enough to fully on pass him or to get
I
up
think
with him for the
tires-
finish.
I think tires are starting to wear down a lot more.
There is still 17 to go here, as I know Div can make it all the way. I'm not sure about the other guys, everyone else. If Div makes this off a strategy coming from 17 seconds back, that's going to be wild.
How much fuel do you use the lap?
I have no clue. I know he pitted on lap 20 with 21 to go, 22 to go, which is definitely possible. But these guys did lap 27, 28, 29, which is most likely not possible unless you really conserve.
May that be the best option for a guy like Joe or Stir.
And Coded now trying to get a pass on Squirrel. Coded wants to be up into the top 4. Squirrel's going to let him by. Squirrel does not want to battle. As Soap and Hickory start to catch Encoded and Squirrel. Tooth really off the pace there. And I think Squirrel is pitting. Squirrel is pitting.
Why do you lose so much time?
Squirrel is going to make his final pit stop here. Will anyone else follow him? Here is Squirrel into the pits. It's now Stir still holding that 4/10 behind. Not really gaining much these past few laps.
Go into his box, he's gonna be good. How much time will he gain on these guys? Is this the best strategy right now? Box early and push as hard as you can to the end.
As
If I were
Squirrel
these
coming
guys-
out of the pits now. As
If I were
Joe
some of these
crosses the
guys-
line.
It'd be scary to hit this early because you don't know if you can make it or
Soap
can't.
is coming in now.
Soap pitting. In his 34 gear inch car.
As Div he gains 3/10. He's gaining 3/10 a lap. And he doesn't need to pit again.
Soap into his box. Oh!
What? Soap is
Barely
fine.
in. He's barely in.
Joe gonna try and use Squirrel's draft here to maybe pull a little bit from Stir, and he does. As we have more
who's that
pitters.
in? Encoded in.
And Coded's in the pits. Tooth is falling back to Joe a little bit. Or
Encoded
Dale.
in. His box good.
Div didn't really gain much that lap. As Soap and Squirrel now in front of the leaders here. And reminder, there are no blue flags. So if Joe manages to catch these guys on fresh tires, there are no blue flags will be shown. As Stir is starting to fall back a lot here. So Joe may be the best on the track right now. It's Encoded gonna pit and be up there with Squirrel.
Coming to 11 to go. This time by.
Div gained
Joe's-
3/10 that lap. Div,
Well, Joe's
Really
pulled away
pushing.
from Stir.
yeah. Fear now.
Fear's pulled.
Fear pulled from Hickory. Okay, well. Says Fear is scared. Stir fell back a lot now as Joe is in these strategies. Or in these draft. And Joe 10 laps to go. Will these guys need to pit? Fear on the outside, gonna make a clean pass on Stir.
That was a huge wall ride.
No.
Out of the corner, yeah. Stir's pitting this time, though. Wait, Commander, you're in here? Commander.
Stir coming in now.
Anyways, Stir into the box this time. Ooh. Is he good?
Yeah.
And he goes perfectly into his box.
Tooth also in the pits. So he comes out.
Where's he gonna come out? Is he gonna come out in a good position? He comes out in front of Div and Dale.
Div now within 16 seconds from the leader. As Stir is behind Div.
Right now, Div is on track to win this race.
Joe's about to pit within 3 to go for the second race in a row. But Fear catching him. Fear might win this race for the second time in his career.
If I'm Joe, do I think about pitting or do I think about saving as much as I can?
As with the top 4 cars in front of Joe, as pulled a lot here. But here comes Fear. Is Joe pitting? Joe is pitting!
Joe is pitting. Don't speed in the lane, my guy.
He does not speed.
He's good.
Fear is your new leader.
Fear will inherit the
Phoenix
lead.
Motorsports is 1-2 right now. That's wild.
And Tooth?
Tooth is
It's the
left.
first car.
He's left.
First car. Oh.
Div is 15 seconds back as he passes Joe. Joe in his box. Fear using that high line.
Really pushing limits.
When will Fear pit? Or will there be a caution between this little pack here with Stir, Squirrel, and Encoded, and Joe is in front of these pack?
Is Fear gonna pit? Div within 15 seconds now.
Fear trying everything with 7 laps to go. As we have a car down pit road. It is Dale. Dale is down pit road.
Dale.
Dale!
And
Dale gonna go 2 laps down, I think?
yes.
Fear will try and stretch it these last 6 laps and win it at Autoclub. There is no competition around him, but Hickory is gaining rapidly. Well, not
What's
that
his
fast.
fuel?
I have no clue. I'm not trained. Div is catching, but not enough. And then we have Joe Encoded, Squirrel, and Soap.
How do you know Div can make it?
Div can make it. Because he pitted within like 21 to go.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And that will put Div in the top 3 from being 14 seconds behind. And then Joe P4. What tap limit? Well, I don't think anyone's getting it. But I'll still check it. Hickory has not pit. Neither is Fear, though. And apparently they're on the same strategy.
I think they're gonna push it.
I think they're going to try and save.
I bet it's gonna be a golden at Charlotte moment. I don't think they're gonna make it.
As Dale is indeed 2 laps down. Rip Dale. Yes.
It's Fear versus Hickory, but Div right there ready to pounce on the opportunity in case it arrives.
Dale might try to get his lap back. And Fear! He was very slow on the bottom. I thought he was coming in.
But
3 to go! Hickory has fallen back a lot here. He fell back 1 second.
Looking at the fuel gauge on Fear's dash. It doesn't tell me anything, but will he make it?
Him and Hickory have one more chance to pit, and then they can't pit.
We can, but
It's illegal, and they're gonna lose all their time.
be a big penalty for them. As Fear lets Tooth by.
Fear does not want to battle these cars, as pits are closed.
Fear's being really slow. That's what it was. He's saving.
Oh,
How much time does Div gain? Really slow around the
Hickory
bottom.
also saving. He's lost 2 seconds from Fear.
13 seconds for Div.
Div so far has gained 2 seconds in total. Fear and Hickory, Phoenix Motorsports on a completely different strategy.
Coming to the white flag. It's gonna be the last lap around.
Does
Autoclub.
Fear have enough? Fear, when you
Saving a
cross,
lot.
Fear, when you cross, I'm gonna need you to stop instantly. So white flags in the air. Hickory, still losing a lot of time now.
Really
Can
slow
Fear
to the corner.
bring
How's
this?
Dale not passing?
Can
There he
Fear
goes. Dale's now gonna pass him.
bring this home and get his 8th
He
D1
loses,
win?
He's
I
at
think
0
8th.
fuel right now. He's coasting, calling it. This is gonna be crazy.
Okay, Fear, the instant you cross the line, I'm gonna need you to lift, alright?
Yeah, just like start coasting right now.
And Fear will win at Auto Club.
Okay, Fear stop, Fear stop, Fear stop, Fear stop, Fear stop, Fear stop, Fear stop.
What a strategy from Phoenix Motorsports. Fear and
Yeah,
Hickory, I'm gonna
one
need you both of you to stop, alright? Alright?
Hickory goes P2 in his first D1 race.
48 fuel.
I was at 95 for GCS.
48 fuel, 17% tires. And then and then Hickory with 89 fuel and 18% tires. And Stir will get 4th once again for the yeah. Okay, I'm gonna need everyone to stop. Stir. Joe.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Okay. Kitty out. Can you check the tap limit? Joe with 58. Div with 75. That's a lot. Div. Squirrel with 19. Look at Squirrel.
Look at Squirrel.
Yeah, Div. How do you have 75?
You check Soap. Soap 23 taps. Stir had 12.
You were still in 3rd place.
Wow, Stir had 12 taps.
Same as Squirrel. Squirrel also had very little.
Tooth, oh my gosh, Tooth.
How much does he have?
75.
So does Div.
Bro, what? You guys are
That is wild.
How do you let a D2 driver get less taps than y'all?
Stir has the least amount of taps.
12 taps, bro? That's crazy.
Okay, let me TP Fear. But that was a no caution race, by the way. No cautions. Haha. Like we were saying earlier today. As Fear.
Div had 24 tires.
Fear, what are you doing? Are you not getting are you not doing the
Getting fuel.
Oh, get fuel. Yeah. What a race from Fear. Pulls off an epic strategy and comes on top.
What's this red thing out here in the middle, like, the track?
Oh, that's the corner cuts that Phoenix has in D2 right now. None of you make it over, so it doesn't matter. How about that? No grass. Fear. Fear, no grass. Fear, what are you doing?
Well, that was the GCS race at Autoclub. Join us next week for Phoenix.
Oh. That was
Okay, I think I gotta go photos.